Hey. Welcome back to the last video of 2022 here on my channel. Whoa. That's kind of amazing. Thank you so much for being here. You guys read the title, so I feel like I'm supposed to put a trigger warning. We are talking about weight loss, body image, everything in that realm. So if you aren't comfortable with that conversation, there's plenty of other videos that I put up this week, and next week will be filled with a whole other load of new videos. So just wanted to be forthright with that. And also with that, let me just say, like, these are all my personal opinions. I am not here to hold judgment. I am not a doctor. I feel like if you are here specifically on these days when I fold laundry and just yap your ears off, chat your ears off, yap your ears off, I believe you know where my intentions lie. I'm always here trying to be as positive, motivating, and welcoming as possible. So let's dive into it. I have 2 loads of laundry that have been sitting and staring at me for the last week. So I'm ready to get in. Hi, Corin, I'm gonna fold some laundry, okay? So as we go into this new year, you are probably seeing many posts in terms of New Year's resolutions. People are trying to set their resolutions, and with that comes a million bajillion ads for weight loss, because it is the time for marketing to push weight loss in any sort of weight management genre in terms of products, gyms, etc. It is their time to shine. And listen, everyone's making their buck, everyone's pushing their product. You know, these companies just are what they are. And so, do I blame them? That's, I guess, irrelevant to the conversation. It just is what it is, and this is their big push. And so, I'm sure you've probably seen at least one ad come across your Instagram or here on YouTube, encouraging you to start off the new year with the goal of losing weight. And I'm here to say F that. I mean, straight up F that. It is so much pressure to be putting on yourself for this one day and one beginning of the year that I just don't even think it's productive. At least for me, I know when someone tells me what to do, I want to do the complete opposite. And so I just am urging you to ignore those pressures that are being thrown at you, because they are being thrown at you because it is a business and it is their business. This is not with your best intentions at heart in mind. So that being said, let's talk about resolutions. I also have been reading different theories on resolutions and whether or not you should set resolutions and whether or not resolutions are positive for your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, and productive, or like I just mentioned before, sometimes when I'm told to do a certain thing, I do the opposite. So are setting resolutions sort of doing that to your mind? And I would say that's a personal choice. I feel like maybe that's just how you operate and you like to set resolutions, and by all means go for it. Or maybe you feel so much pressure over it that me giving you the permission to not set a resolution is what you needed. Personally, I think I like resolutions, but I also feel like I'm constantly trying to evolve and set resolutions for myself, and the year mark isn't always necessarily the mark that I need to set those. I do feel like my birthday is often my new year in terms of resolutions, and then, I mean, literally with every big event that comes along in my life, or a hurdle that I have to cross, I set, resolutions. But I do like New Year's, and I do like this idea of a fresh start. And so what I've been doing recently, in recent years, I forget where I learned this, but as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, I really like that. That resonates with me, and that feels more inspiring and more comfortable than this like resolution, like this big heavy resolution. And that is setting a one-word intention for the year. So for example, one year, I believe mine was laughter. Like I just wanted to, or enjoy, or something along those lines, where I was like, this year I want to focus more on enjoying, or like being in the moment, or whatever word inspires you, or word you feel like you're seeking after, or is being sought after, you want to seek after. Mine should be vocabulary this year. Just a word that really encaptures what you want for the year. And I think that's a really beautiful way to set an intention and give yourself a resolution for the year without trapping yourself into something so specific and daunting and overwhelming that you're ultimately perhaps setting yourself up for failure. Like, I need to lose weight in the new year. That's a huge ask for anyone, any age, any size. It's a big ask. And the pressure behind that and the psyche behind that is heavy, no pun intended. Now, that being said, one, I'll come back to my intention because I haven't actually thought about it, and I should probably think about what my one word intention for this year is going to be. And maybe there's different categories, right? Like maybe there's a category, a word for my work life, a word for my home life, etc. Or maybe there's just one overarching word. But in terms of weight loss, here we go. I'm obviously not here to tell you how to do it. Again, I preface this whole thing by saying, like, I am not an expert. I'm not a personal trainer. All I am is me, and all I have is my experiences over the last almost 40 years of dealing with my own body image, body health, body acceptance, workout motivation, eating, like all that. All I have is my experience. I talk about it extensively and throughout my book, which is linked down below if you haven't read my book. I do actually think it's interesting insight to my psyche and my sort of feelings, thoughts, and theories around body image, weight, etc., healthy lifestyle, etc. So I'm not here to say like, hey, you shouldn't have that goal. Like, if you sincerely, like, that is your goal for the year, then by all means, I'm cheering you on. But I just want to give you a little bit of levity to the situation and know that, like, it is a journey. It is not something that you can just, like, press start and then it happens. Specifically, if it's something that you have been, like, I hesitate to even use the word battle because I don't know what position you're in, but like, I know many people in my life who are constantly sort of on this, I don't even want to say weight loss, like this health journey, and everyone has different emotions behind it and different severities of emotion. Like some people really have a lot of heavy healing to do around body image that like runs deep, and then some of my other friends are just more of like a lifestyle choice. So all I'm trying to say is, like, go easy on yourself. Nothing needs to be done immediately. And reach out for help because there's so many resources and tools to help you sort of mentally work through everything while you're physically also trying to work through everything. And all I can say is, like, kindness to yourself is key and consistency is key. And I personally don't believe in, like, for me, I don't believe in like super diet culture. I just have eventually over the years kind of figured out a food plan that works for me, and should I go off of it here and there, I don't drive myself insane, because driving yourself insane is only then going to drive yourself further away from the goal. And more than anything, joyful movement. Food is like one thing that I just don't even have, again, the knowledge to give any advice on, because everyone's body and metabolism and buildup is different and everyone has different medical issues that they're dealing with and working around. But if you are able to do some form of movement, even if the word exercise like doesn't do it for you, or like scares you, even just like, I heard it referred to as joyful movement recently, and I really, really liked that because it takes the pressure off of being like, oh, I have to go to the gym, or oh, I have to exercise. It's like, no, I just need to move. And I heard a friend of mine once say, she's a trainer, she was like, if you can do either 3 miles or 30 minutes a day, whether that be walking 3 miles, like slowly, or doing 30 minutes of some sort of movement, like seriously, just even dancing for 30 minutes, even if you have to take pauses, if you can kind of start to aim for that goal, then I swear everything else will fall into place. I'm gonna give an example. I have a friend who has been trying to kick a sugar addiction. She loves sugar. I feel lucky. I'm a salt person, which is its own issue, but she's been really trying to kick her sugar for her own personal reasons. Again, not pushing anything on anyone. It's your life, it's your lifestyle. I'm just here to give some examples and maybe motivate and also ultimately take pressure off of you. So I hope I'm conveying myself properly, because I know this is a touchy subject, and again, this is all with just like good intentions, so please forgive me if I'm saying something that like isn't sitting well with you. Not my intentions. And I will do my best moving forward to make sure that I'm conveying things properly. Anyways, she had a major sugar addiction, in her own words, trying to kick it. And she just was feeling so down on herself, and I feel like last couple of weeks I was hearing that from her that she just like wasn't feeling good. And like, mind you, little human, this isn't about how you look all the time, it's just how you feel inside. She was just feeling down and then down on herself, and it was like kind of like a spiral, right? So you know, the ability for her to even vocalize it is amazing. And if you have a friend that you can vocalize your feelings to, a therapist, a family member, do it. Getting it out. Side note, I like had to like unleash some feelings yesterday, and Jeff was such a great sounding board, and like it was such a release, and I had a few sleepless nights, and after just like releasing all of my emotions on a great listener and partner, I slept like a baby last night. So it really is helpful to like release your emotions on someone that you trust. So anyways, cut to, I talked to her recently and I was like, oh, how are you doing? She was like, oh, fabulous. I'm like, whoa, like change of tone and then some. Wonderful. Well, I've been like, I started exercising. I finally started exercising every day, and I'm feeling so much better. Nothing huge, 30 minutes of just like minor, I can't remember what she was doing. I think she was doing like light, like cardio, or like 80s style, like, you know, just following some video. And I'll link below Carolyn Gervin. If people have been asking me, who's that trainer that you talk about all the time? She's my personal favorite, but it might not be for everyone. She does like weight training, but there's so many free trainers on YouTube. It's an amazing resource. I mean, incredible. Carolyn Gervin like changed my life. I hope she knows. Like when the lockdown happened and I stopped going to the gym, I found her on YouTube, and like ever since I've been so consistent with her workouts, and I felt so much better, especially through the lockdown when the mental game was difficult. Mental gymnastics, to say the least. Doing her 30-minute workouts a day like really helped me mentally more than anything. But also physically, I have seen a change, and it's pretty incredible considering it's only 30 minutes a day. So anyways, this is all to say my friend who was just having such a struggle with sugar is slowly making these changes, and is like so obviously feeling better even in just the couple of days of like moving. So you know, we'll have ups and downs. I'm sure I'll get a call from her saying she had a bad day and so on and so forth, and I will do the same with her. I mean, the holidays have been a little slow and a little lazy, and I definitely have been feeling not 100% myself because I'm not in my like normal routine. But I guess this is just all motivation to say, like, you will see the ads, you will feel the pressure, and maybe you want that pressure and maybe you fall for the ads, and that's totally okay. But I'm also giving you permission to block those ads, to F that pressure, and to just do what you need to do to survive, because life is hard. There's a lot going on and you just need to go day by day. No one should be telling you how to live your life. No one should be telling you what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do. People should just be accepting of you for who you are. And if you do want to make shifts and changes, I hope that you can be surrounded by people who are there to support you, to cheer you on, and to lift you up when you need a little extra lifting. And I hope that's what I'm doing for you today, giving you permission to make your own choices and encouraging you to take little steps at a time, because this idea of like the minute the clock strikes midnight, I'm like going hardcore, is so intense. Maybe some people operate that way, like they need the specific like cutoff, but if you're not that kind of personality type, I am telling you, just go slow, a little bit at a time, and know that there's gonna be so many ups and downs. Like I said, I've been going at this for 40 years. Okay, maybe I wasn't fully aware. Let's see, I'm trying to think when my mom started taking me to Weight Watchers, which I talk about in my book. Why am I pushing my book? I'm not trying to sell my book. I'm just like, I feel like I was able to kind of go more in depth, like thoughtfully about all this. It's hard sometimes here on YouTube. Like, I feel like I'm dancing around saying things because I just want to make sure I'm taken correctly and not out of context. But I think I started going to Weight Watchers before I was 10. So let's say 30, let's just say 30 years of sort of being aware of my body and, you know, processing all of it. It's a lot to process. And I grew up during diet culture days, which thankfully I do feel like we're in a different time now where there's a lot more positivity around body image. And I did see that one article going around that's like heroin chic is back, which like that, I couldn't even click on it. Like I couldn't even click on it because I couldn't even engage with that conversation, because I find that to be so nauseating and so inappropriate and so antithetical to like all the great, wonderful body positive steps we've made forward. But anyways, yeah, I mean, this is just something that I wholeheartedly have constantly been working on, working through, and accepting. And I do think ultimately, for me, exercise has changed my life more than anything. So that's just kind of my 2 cents going into the new year. Give yourself ease, give yourself love, extra care, and know that there's going to be many ups and downs if you are in fact trying to go on a health journey. And just know you are not alone with that, and it's totally normal to have peaks and valleys. And just know that I'm here supporting you and cheering you on, and I just think that you're absolutely wonderful. All right, since we started this, 1, did that make sense? I hope this all makes sense and this is helpful. And 2, have we thought about our word? Have we set our intention? I'm not there yet, but I would love to hear yours down below if you have one. And I'm just so absolutely grateful, humbled, and thrilled to have spent another year with you guys. Whoa, I'm gonna start to get emotional, but like, every year I'm like, I don't know if I can sustain. Like, there's always been some challenges here on YouTube, whether it's, you know, financially or trying to sort of get my groove back in terms of confidence, or perhaps like really figuring out what my content looks like, what I want it to look like, how I can best serve you guys, how I can make sure, just like today, like what I'm trying to say is properly vocalized and received. And it's been a challenge, but it's also been like, I don't know, it's been one of the greater challenges, especially this year for me, where I feel like we've created, for the most part, a really nice community here of like-minded, or if not like-minded, open-minded people. And I'm just really grateful for you guys. I don't know what next year will bring, although I do know at the top of the year, I have a new, dare I say it, I'm gonna hold off, but I have a new project on the way that I think you guys are going to absolutely dig, and then some. The podcast will continue to roll and grow, and we will see what else is in store. Also, I have a Patreon. I'm working on evolving that as well, but there should be a very long video up today as well over there if you want to go over there and check it out, along with some live hangs that we're doing over there and some other fun interactive stuff. So if you're looking for extra content that's a little more personalized, definitely head over there. Links are down below. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being you, for being here. I am cheering you on, even though there's so much chatter and pressure and ads and thing. I mean, I can't even really go on Instagram that much anymore, and I imagine TikTok is even wilder when it comes to this stuff. Just the amount of stuff being fed to us that we feel like we have to do or we have to be is so intense. And so I hope that this is giving you a moment of breath and levity and a reminder that, like, you're doing great. You are doing great, and your process is your own process, and no one should tell you how to do it. If you really just listen to your intentions and your heart and like really are true to yourself, I think the path will be very clear for you. So if you need to turn off your phones or like take a social break for the rest of the year, which is like a couple days, or whenever throughout the next year, do it. I encourage it, and I will probably be doing the same by your side. So okay, I love you guys. Happy, happy, happy New Year. And I will see you in 2023. Why does that make me emotional? I don't know. I'm a ball of emotions. I love you guys, and see you next week, next year. Cool. All right, bye.